What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Ty from Ty Drives, and who's ready for a test drive with the 2024 Kia Sorento? Now, this one's in the EX X-Line trim, and I've been getting a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, Ty, why don't you show the outside before you drive the car? And I was like, hey, good idea. So here we go. Give you a quick overview of the car while we're out here. Power liftgate on this EX X-Line. I've got both of the third row seats folded down, so just an idea on how much cargo space we have here. Rear seats, I have my camera bag in there, but captain's chairs back here, and a nice leather red interior. Big panoramic sunroof. Plenty roomy in the second row. The third row is a little bit tight. But if you're interested in seeing a full features review video, check my channel, because I have done that. We'll get a really good idea on under the hood, you know, all the exterior features, all three rows of seating, all the cargo space, and I explain all of this stuff. So definitely check my channel if that's something you'd be interested in. But let's go for a test drive. All right, safety first with our seatbelt. Now, this test drive is going to take us, we're a little loop here, probably about a 8-9 minute test drive throughout our local area of Connecticut. Now, first things first, we're going to get it onto a more of a main road so we see what it's like at higher speeds, you know, 45, 50 miles an hour ish. And then we'll get it onto a back road, and that'll be kind of the more remainder of that of the test drive. We'll get an acceleration test, so we'll see how it does throughout the turns, and we'll also hit some bumps and see how this thing rides. Now, this does have the 2.5 turbo 4-cylinder with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission, so we'll definitely see how that performs in the acceleration department. So that should be exciting. And I'm actually pretty excited to drive this car. I really don't get to drive as many Kias and Hyundai products as I would like to. Right off the bat, you could tell this is a dual clutch transmission. It's got a little lurch right off the line. So as soon as I got in this car, I was like, is this the one with the dual clutch transmission? And the window sticker confirmed for me. Other than the typical dual clutch lurch down at low, like, parking lot speeds, this transmission seems to shift pretty darn smooth so far, and we could see pretty cool gauges in this car, kind of retro inspired with the kind of that I don't know, like alarm clock font. Now we're up at 48, you know, almost 50 miles an hour. Pretty impressive up at this speed. You know, the suspension definitely feels plenty comfy. You know, this car's got 20-inch wheels, so not a huge amount of sidewall, but definitely some. Yeah, pretty comfortable in the suspension. Pretty quiet too. I get a little tiny bit of noise from the mirrors. And let's see. Oncoming traffic is almost non-existent, the noise, so that's pretty good. You know, just cruising around, you can barely hear the engine. And I guess that concludes our higher speed test here. And our next turn will be onto this back road, which we will pop it into sport mode. And we'll see what this 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder can do in the acceleration department. So basically what we're gonna do is, as long as there's nobody behind us, we'll get it from a stop. Let's see, I think we should be good. So let's do it quickly. And here we go. Foot to the floor. Oh, auto start stop was on. Actually a really good amount of power in this car. You could feel all 281 horsepower on this vehicle. That was my mistake there. I should have turned auto start stop off. It decided to do that right before our acceleration clip, so that's why you saw a little bit of a delay there. But really no complaints at all. Plenty of power on this car. Now the standard engine is basically this engine just without a turbocharger. It's got 191 horsepower versus this car's 281, so about 90 horsepower difference. This one's actually got 311 pound-feet of torque, so pretty good figures, really pretty good figures. I could see this coming in handy, especially when you start loading the car up with kids and suitcases and all kinds of stuff. So that power will definitely come in handy. The lane keep assist is doing a good job letting me know that I am across the lanes. It will kind of give you a slight pull on the steering wheel. That's kind of how that works. Now, this is a pretty rough road, but the suspension seems to be doing just fine. It is a little bit more on the firmer side, I would say, but still nothing we can't handle, especially up here in these nasty northeast roads. It's got a little bit of a floatiness too, going over the more of the larger bumps there too. So pretty good suspension setup, I would say. And the traffic sign recognition is actually fantastic. It recognized that stop sign and even recognized one of these signs back there too. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, as you can see down there, it even recognized that sign, saying that there's a large turn coming up. Pretty impressive amount of power from this car too. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Feels pretty good putting it around the turns and corners too. Obviously it's an SUV, so it's got a lot of up top height and weight. So it's not going to be any sedan as far as the cornering and things go, but it does feel pretty good. Now the seats too are really nice. It's kind of a synthetic leather. They call it the Syntex seats. And they're not your typical like slippery leather surface. They actually grip you in a little bit, which is nice. And the seats are very comfortable. The driver's seat has two-way lumbar in addition to all the other power controls. And the passenger seat is also powered too here on this EX X-Line trim. So yeah, actually a pretty impressive driving experience from this Sorento, given its sticker price. I believe it was $43,745 was the sticker price on this car. So really quite a bit of features for your money. We are currently in eco mode, so it does take a little bit more pressure on the gas pedal to get it to go, but that's a good thing. That means eco mode is doing its job. Back over to normal mode. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Pretty impressive vehicle overall, given its sticker price and the features and the way it drives. So pretty nice car from Kia, this updated Sorento. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you also watch our features review video on this car. And I hope you stick around for more videos on different cars in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.